The Week 2 video review is coming to you from sunny Hawaii, where some of us decided to take a vacation this week, including myself. And one of us, Pack Daddy, decided to take up permanent residence here. Let's take a look at the awards from this week, along with this week's power rankings. We were very close to having 12 1-1 teams after week 2, but that did not happen because the top turds were able to hold off Pack Daddy and remain the only undefeated team left in our league. We have a lot of close races already after week 2, with some close 1-1 records, with that point total being what is going to define the leading team in the division. With that, let's get started with our week 2 awards. Our top performer award is going to go to two different recipients. The first one being Brolo El Cañado for his top score of the week. And he surprisingly has the number one back in the league in Darren Sproles, who put up yet another big performance this past week to lead him to his first win of the year. The second recipient of this award goes to Sigma 05, and this one is because he was able to take down a big opponent in A-Will's boys, which I don't think anyone saw coming. And this was a pretty big win for him to start his year and could help get the ball rolling on more wins than he had last year. Let's move on to our second award, which is going to be the Flush the Toilet Twice award. Now, this is going to Sigma's opponent, A-Will's boys. Not because he had the lowest score, but this is because he was a heavy favorite, probably the heaviest favorite of this past week, and he came up with a big egg. He got beaten down the stretch by Brandon Marshall, and he really got hurt by Noshawn Moreno, but I don't see any excuses here. I still think that his team is far, far better and should have performed better. Our third award of the week goes to the Top Choice Award, which I'm going to give to Brolo El Cañado for his start of Bobby Rainey, who put up 18.2 points this week. It was a smart decision after Doug Martin was deemed out. He went to the waiver wire, picked up his replacement, and it came up big and helped him, along with Darren Sproles, pick up his week 2 win. Our fourth award is going to be Me, I'm Screwed award, and this is going to go to Check Yourself. Now, this is not because of his score right now or his record, but this is because Adrian Peterson is going to cause a lot of troubles for his team going forward. He is not going to know how to approach his running back situation until this is resolved, and it may not be resolved for a while. So that is why he is receiving this award. Now let's hop right into our power rankings for week 2. We have a few changes after some big games and big scores this past week. Our number 1 seed remains the same. It's the Top Turds, like we said. He came up with a big victory against Pack Daddy, was able to hold him off on Monday night as Andrew Luck came up with some big touchdowns to defeat Nick Foles and Reggie Wayne. Our number 2 player in the rankings is Giant Bag of Dicks. Now, this was what we expected from him in week 1. While he did put up a good score in week 1, he had a loss. Now he's back to a 1-1 record and leading his division. Week 3 is Felcher and Sons. He came up short this week, but still has a very respectable score and is going to look to hop back in week 3 into his winning ways. Number 4 is the Trash Stash. Now, this was one of my preseason favorites, as I mentioned last week. And I think that after his stumble on week 1, he came out in week 2 and put up a performance that he is much more likely to have in the upcoming weeks throughout the season. Our number 5 player in the rankings this week is Brolo El Cañado, who was one of the top performers this week. He came out big, had the top score, and propelled himself up into the number 5 seed. Number 6 is Breeze on Ball. Breeze on ball has been steady so far this year, putting up 2 respectable scores, sitting at a 1-1 record, and has a good matchup with Felcher and Sons coming up in week 3. At number 7, Check Yourself is going to have some problems in the upcoming weeks trying to decide what he's going to do with his running back situation. So we will see how he approaches this and see if he's going